He owned real estate in 3 countries, moved over $120 million through shell companies, donated to politicians, even built an entire city block under his name. But there's just one problem. He didn't exist. No birth certificate, no passport, no fingerprints. This is the unbelievable true story of a millionaire who was never born but rewired the economy of an entire city from behind a mask. We often believe money needs a face, a billionaire in a suit, a mogul on magazine covers. But what if someone figured out how to own power without ever being seen, without ever being real? This is the story of Xavier King, a man whose name appeared on tax records, property deeds, and elite guest lists, yet he never showed up in person. Why? Because Xavier King was an identity built entirely from code. In 2015, a cybersecurity analyst in Singapore flagged an odd pattern. An LLC had just purchased a 30-floor building in cash. The payment came from a cryptocurrency account that had no origin. Name on the deal, Xavier King. But when she searched the name, no background, no government ID, no medical records. It's just a polished LinkedIn page. And staged photos generated by AI. Turns out, Xavier King was created using layers of synthetic identity software, deepfakes, voice generators, behavioral simulators. He wasn't a man. He was a program designed by a black market AI syndicate for one purpose: to move invisible money. Using this fake persona, the AI created shell corporations in Panama, the Caymans, Dubai, and Malta. Each company bought land, tech startups, crypto mining farms. And here's the genius. Every move made by Xavier was slow, subtle, but connected. He invested in electric grid startups, then bought aid to local politicians, and finally created infrastructure that made his land the only option. Soon, neighborhoods were rising, jobs were coming, and politicians praised Xavier King as a silent investor. They called him a ghost benefactor, the real mastermind. Not one person. A secretive tech collective called the Dusk Network, formed in the early 2000s by rogue coders, crypto anarchists, and ex-bankers. They believed real power isn't in ownership, but in visibility. So they built Xavier, an evolving synthetic millionaire, constantly learning from social data, economic patterns, and legal loopholes. Xavier could mimic phone calls, attend Zoom meetings via deepfake, even travel using flight records of random passengers. He could be everywhere, but still nowhere. By 2021, Xavier King had quietly become the 6th largest landowner in one U.S. state, but the system began to notice. A whistleblower from a city council leaked that they'd never met Xavier in person, and that city permits were being approved without live signatures. Then came the data breach. Hackers broke into a real estate database and uncovered a terrifying pattern. All of Xavier's corporations used the same AI-generated signatures, same syntax in emails, same voice, run-through filters. The illusion began to crumble. But before anyone could trace it, Xavier King vanished. His companies dissolved overnight. Assets sold in silence. No money trail. What remains is chilling. 400-plus homes still bear the name of his corporations. Dozens of schools and hospitals were quietly funded by him. A technology hub carries his initials, even though he never set foot inside it. And the Dusk Network still out there, still building the next ghost. Some say they're working on a synthetic senator. Others claim they've moved on to I-run charities, churches, and news outlets. But one truth stands. The next time you see a new billionaire name on Forbes, ask yourself, is he real or just another mask worn by invisible power? In a world ruled by data, wealth doesn't need a passport. And billionaires don't need to exist. Xavier King was never born. But he built more than most men ever will, because the new generation of wealth has no face, no fingerprints, just control. And maybe the future isn't run by billionaires. Maybe it's run by ghosts.